Hey everybody, welcome. This is Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. So today being Wednesday, we are doing a marketplace supplies restock, and these are from Above Par Crafts, and they are all vintage items. I believe they're all vintage. There may be one or two things that's not, but they're pretty much vintage items, the real deal. I have no problem using prints and reproductions, but it is fun. There's something very special about real vintage items. So let's just take a peek at all this stuff, and it might inspire you to kind of know maybe what to look at. Sometimes I don't know what I'm looking for when I go into a thrift store, or I go looking through a junk drawer, or I ask people to set aside vintage things, or I look on eBay and I'm like, I don't even know what to type in. I can't think of anything. So this might give you an idea. But if you want to purchase any of these actual packets that we're looking at, then you can click the link in the description box below. We have some packs of these little vintage flashcards and numbers, and I think that that is so much fun. Numbers really go in almost any journal, honestly. There's something about numbers that we love, and there's a whole bunch of different ones in here, different kinds. Now, I don't know the years on all of these. There's a possibility some of them are just flashcards that are maybe newer, but overall they're vintage to a degree at least. So we have 3 packs of those flashcards and numbers. We also have 3 packs of these. These are from, let's see, 1995. And they are the gardening, I don't know what they're called. They have the 3 holes. You know, you would get them in the mail. They're cards, and then you would put them in a binder and you would be able to read all about it. So these are excellent for pages in a journal or fussy cutting, making journal cards and things like that. So they're all plants. There's some vegetables, and there's fruit, and there's herbs and lawn care. And they're kind of a mixture. And we have 3 sets of those. You'll get a lot to play with here. There's a lot you can do with those, sticking them into journals. Now this I don't think is vintage, but it's a set of 3 neutral upholstery fabric samples. And they're all neutral colored. There's 3 different tones, dark, medium, and light. So these are excellent. There's Highlander Oatmeal, Highlander Natural, and Highlander Cocoa. So you get the 3. These are so great for covering a journal, and then you're using the scraps for pockets and things like that. They make nice, durable. There's a little collection of wallpaper floral borders. These might not be vintage. I don't know. I'm going to assume they're from a newer book, but I really don't know. It could be from like the 90s. I would say they're probably from the earlier 2000s. I'm not sure, but look at how pretty these are, and they make great flips, kind of like you would a fabric flip, or pockets, or a wrap around a journal cover. Like you make your journal and then this goes around it, and so you have that beautiful floral edge. So I know somebody's going to really enjoy these. They're the type of item that you want to use every little bit of. I'm just going to set those there. Okay, then we have some vintage map paper packs. So different types of map papers. My favorite thing about map papers is, do I really want to untie this? My favorite thing about map papers are the colors. I just love how different maps have different tones. Like, look at the blues and the greens on this one. Really is nice for collaging when you get to use the different colors. Now, obviously, in a map, you're going to have a lot of blue and a lot of green. But the different tone of blue and green, this is almost like a pistachio green, and then you have different teal hues there. They're different depending upon. So I think each pack will be slightly different, but you get these different maps from different books. The paper feels really great too. Every different book page feels different. So that is a lot of fun. And I would use these both as journal pages and as collage and journal cards. And I like to throw a random map page into my floral or eclectic journals. I can't retie this. I'll have to deal with that later. I don't really particularly enjoy making travel journals. That's just my preference. I've done it before, but it's just not something I really enjoy that much. So I like to throw the maps into my floral and my eclectics. All right. Here's a little set of postage stamps. You're going to get all 3 little packs here. I don't know if they're the same or different. I haven't actually opened them. Yeah, they're different. They're like rugs. There. So you get 3 little sets, and I think they're the same ones. So that's really nice. You get to use them either in a collection of journals or give one as happy mail. Because they're so light, you could just throw it into a little card for your pen pal. So there's that. And then these are coffee dyed pages. There's about 30 sheets of coffee dyed papers in each envelope. Different sizes all the way from index cards on up to the 8.5 by 11. And I have used these before from her, and I love them. They are a really grungy coffee dye. A lot of them are grungy, then some of them are lighter. I really like to use these. The bigger ones I like to use as pages in journals, and then the smaller ones I like to back tags and journal cards with, so you can still write on the back. Isn't that yummy? So 3 packs of these 30 assorted coffee dyed papers, and yep, 3 packs there. And then this is a set of 2 vintage handicraft magazines. These are from, it looks like they were sold in Australia, South Africa, and New Zealand. There's 2 different ones. I'm not sure like of the year or anything. We don't need that tied together. Let's see if we can find any more information about these. I haven't had a chance to look at them. These are fun though. I mean, this would be a great sewing journal card. The colors are really neat. It is in English, it appears. But I think they speak English in South Africa and those countries anyway. So that's a lot of fun. I didn't see a year. Doesn't mean there's not one staring me in the face. USA, South Africa, Australian equivalents. Oh. It's 1972. I found it. I'm assuming this is from this. Yeah, these are both from the 1970s. So you get a set of 2 of those. Oh, these are so cute. So these are paper clips, and they are made from bobby pins that have been beaded. Look at those. You just slide it onto the page. Now, of course, if you wanted to, you could give these as a gift or actually use them as bobby pins. I'm doubting that these are vintage. I think these are handmade, but look at how beautiful that is. That would look so pretty in like a lady's journal because they're bobby pins, or even boho. And of course, I put everything in floral journals, so that almost goes without saying. There's a little set of vintage stamps. I'm assuming, well, I guess they're not all vintage. I see 2014. I'm assuming vintage. There's a lot of vintage here. I'm just not sure. Oh, well, can't get it out. So True Friend, that's a Stampin' Up. I don't see a date on that, but that says True Friend. That's a really, really pretty font that you could use in your vintage journals. I like this one. So this is a 2003, so not quite vintage yet, but that would go really great on the side of a page. That's a beautiful font for happiness, and I don't know the date on that. This stamps just kind of a paper edge type design. This is from 2000, so I guess we are now officially vintage. That's crazy. 20 years to make it vintage. 2014, there's a little owl. And this says On the Road Again. So if you're planning on buying some matte papers, you might want to get this set of stamps. It's just like a D-stash. Lot of wooden stamps. I know a lot of people have been getting away from wooden stamps because they can store more clear stamps, but I happen to just adore wooden stamps. I think they stamp so well, and you're not looking for an acrylic block or having to store them in any special way. So we have that. This, you get the fabric with it, so that's cool. I mean, that is beautiful fabric, right? But this is a thoughtfulness album complete with 12 greeting cards featuring the work of artist Holly Hobby. So this is like a Holly Hobby type album. I'm assuming it's vintage from American Greetings, but I don't think it comes with the cards. It just has the pockets. So she filled it with different goodies. Well, there's a little vintage Holly Hobby card. So she did put some things in it, but I really think that this would be amazing to keep as an ephemera folder. She's just put like some stationery and a few things in here, but I would love to use it for that. And what I really like about it is the deep pocket. You can stick things like cards. There's another Holly Hobby card and page scraps. It might not really be for the little things, like the little teenies, but sometimes you have bigger things. This is a little vintage stencil. There's another Holly Hobby card. So this is a little treasure. Look at that pattern for a Holly Hobby stuffed doll. So I know somebody's going to really like this and then use it as an ephemera folder. Or you could, if you wanted to take it apart and use these pages in journals and use this as a cover, you could do that. And this fabric, I love to use this type of fabric to make fabric ribbons because it's very lightweight. It gives a really fun boho feel, but they make great fabric flips as well. She just had that on there. I'll leave it on for you guys. I'm sure somebody will love it. So same idea here with a vintage Care Bears book. This book has been gutted, meaning you can use the cover. She's taken out most of the pages, so you can turn it into a really cute ephemera holder or junk journal for a kid. But this is all vintage Care Bear themed. So that's fun if somebody likes that. There's some coloring pages and then some pages from the book itself. And some Care Bears wrapping paper. Look at how cute that is. I think that's maybe from like a tablecloth or something. I like that fabric. Isn't that fun? And then some just coordinating cute fabric pieces that would go well with a Care Bear journal. And a little Care Bear, I don't know if it's Care Bear branded, but a shooting star type pencil with just ephemera that will coordinate with a Care Bear type journal. And you can have the purple ribbon too, which I would probably cut up and use in little layered snippets. So that purple would really, you could do a whole bunch of rainbow theme and that would be adorable. All right, this is a Winnie the Pooh themed, like if you want to do a Pooh journal. Just a whole bunch of vintage goodies here. Well, they're probably not all vintage, but there's buttons, there's stickers, and there's a, oh, look at that. It says mini brass stencil, but they're like little charms. So you could use them as charms or as little stencils. There's some playing cards. So if you're thinking about doing a Pooh journal, there's a book cover from a mini Pooh book. Lots of stickers and pages from the books and things. And from cards and from a pattern. And then there's Pooh and the Dragon. It looks like a complete little golden book. That could be really fun. Pooh goes visiting and Pooh and Piglet nearly catch a woozle. So there's a whole bunch of pages in here that are super sweet. And then some bigger window decals. But you could put these onto a journal. That would be a lot of fun. So if you're thinking about doing Winnie the Pooh, just the only thing I would say, this is all fine because nothing is copied here. These are original items. Make sure that you don't copy anything Winnie the Pooh, Disney gets really stinky about stuff like that. But using these books and using these stickers and things like that to make a journal is totally fine. And sometimes it can be hard to put together this many different things for a specific theme. So I know Pooh journals have been popular in the past. I haven't seen a lot of them, but the ones that have been well done that I've seen sell really well. So maybe you want to buy this and make a couple Pooh journals and send them into the marketplace, and I could sell them for you, or give them as a baby book type thing gift. So there's Pooh. Okay, I'm running out of room here. Let's see. These are like coin rollers, just a collection of coin rollers. I don't know that I have any. I used to have some of these from her. I don't know that I have any more. I might. I know where they would be if I do have them. I just haven't looked in a while. I like to make tuck spots out of these, and they're really narrow. So when you glue here, here, and here, and you stick it into a journal, you can tuck smaller ephemera and you can see it all. And I think it's really fun. It's just something totally different. That's my favorite way of using coin rollers. Here's another little set of postage stamps. Again, you get 3 little baggies. And I see a sailboat, but I don't know what all they are. So we will take a peek. So different sailboats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these look like little stamp backs or something. I'm not sure. So 3 sets, that would make 15 sailboat stamps. So if you are doing sea journals, travel journals, things like that, these would be great. And again, you could pop one in a Happy Mail package because they are so light. We've looked at Care Bears and we've looked at Pooh. Let's take a minute to look at Snoopy or Charlie Brown. There's a little rubber stamp. It has been used before, but who cares? How adorable is that? And then it's Charlie Brown Cyclopedia featuring planes and other things that fly. It is a gutted cover, I believe. Yes, so you could use that. There's some buttons and things. Snoopy cards. Snoopy card fronts. Snoopy stickers. Snoopy activity pages. Some, Snoopy comics. Those would be really cute. Some pages from this book. Some coloring pages that are Peanuts or Snoopy themed. And then she threw in some coffee dye paper because that would go really well with the theme as well. So if you're thinking of putting together items to do a Peanuts themed or Snoopy themed or Charlie Brown themed, here's a few things that might help you out with that. Okay, and then the ribbon, of course you can use that for whatever you'd like. So that's fun. We have the same thing with a Raggedy Ann type theme. Same idea. A whole bunch of random things that kind of go around the same theme. I mean, look at this Ragdoll Tea Party vintage card, Betty Crocker. There's coordinating things. Look at this. Now, I have to think of our sweet Sherry Sawyer. Looks like these are items she would use. 1976. They have little kids' names on them too. Or name Kimberly Christina, born in 79. You can use these little characters here. But I know a lot of us adore the little Raggedy Anns. This looks like an old little hand puppet. 1960. Or probably before 60. I don't know, after 68 or after. There's a little Raggedy Ann puppet. You could tuck that in. McCall's Pattern, Raggedy Ann and the Cookie Snatcher from 72. And then some other book pages and coffee dyed papers and coordinating pages that would go wonderfully. I've made some Raggedy Ann projects before. At least one. I might have done more than one, but I know I've done at least one. Very nostalgic and sweet and fun, and I think somebody is going to really love working with this set. Then this is just cute. Okay, it's a little notebook, just a simple notebook, and it's made from Skip Bow Deluxe. And then this just says about 80 pages. And some of the cards are glued on here from the game. I don't know. I just think it's really cute. This is the type of little journal that I would keep and write business notes in. Because the paper is just cheap and thin. You write all your notes. You can rip it out or whatever. But it is really cute. Or you could use it as an address book. Many things you could use it as. So there's a Skip Bow, and then there's a bigger Monopoly one made from Monopoly board. And then it just has this feels like sketch type paper. So this would be an excellent gift. I think this would be so cute as a gift for kids who love games. Like my boys love games. They know Monopoly. I have not taught them Skip Bow, which I would have to reteach myself. I've probably played it before, but I don't remember the rules. So I'm going to put those together as a little set. I think that would be a really cute gift. This would be a really great white elephant gift for Christmas. Nobody would expect something like this, but it's extremely useful. So maybe keep that in mind as well. All right, we have some, well, I don't know that they're vintage or not, but time cards. This is made in Mexico, but 3 sets of time cards. I love time cards. And I like to cut them up and use parts of them too. So 3 sets of time cards. And we've got this is 10. These are old flashcards. They even have some like drawing on them and stuff. But these would go really well in a nostalgic children's journal. I particularly like the little scribbling and coloring on them because I think it adds a ton of character. And it kind of has a story behind it that we kind of wish we all knew. So there's that set. Then there's 3 sets of these large manila tags. Sometimes it's nice to just have supplies that we can paint on, use our mixed media, our sprays, our stencils, our stamps, do collaging on. So 3 sets of large manila tags. Some sets of teeny tiny manila tags. And then 3 sets of the medium tags. So you can get all the sizes that you might need. Well, I think I have this size. I like this size and the bigger one. The tiny ones are cute. Like if you take those coin rollers and you make the little tuck spots and then you decorate these, they would stick in really well and would be super adorable. Okay, we have some little like garment tag packs and sale price tag packs. And we have, don't ask me, I don't know. Let's find out. Sold and hold tags. The little white tags that you can write prices on or things like that. I like to just put a stamp, like maybe a bumblebee or a flower, just stamp on it and then ink the edges or even leave the edges. The oval sale tags and 3 packs of the little white tags. Okay, we're getting down to it. This is just a pack of vintage like paper streamers in different, I'm thinking these are probably streamers too. This bag is broken. It looks like a vintage zipper pouch. The zipper broke on it. I was just using it to keep everything in here. So there's red, some different colors here, and the purple and the green. These are great for snippet rolls, collages, snippets, and to add that little bit of vintage paper and texture in there is a lot of fun. So this is kind of like a little de-stash lot. And last but not least, little CD holders. These are great for making quick shaker pockets that don't take up a ton of room, or you can decorate around it and then stick ephemera in it, and you can see the ephemera through the folder. So 3 sets of those. So it's just some simple basic things that sometimes we just want to add to an order. Maybe we're really want the Raggedy Ann, and then we've added a couple prints from the print shop, and we've added a journal from the marketplace, and then we're like, you know what, I'm just going to throw in a couple white tags because I know I'll use them. I wouldn't buy them by themselves. I wouldn't spend the money by themselves, but I'll just add it to my order. And And 10 items or more still ship free if you use the coupon code. And you can find that coupon code on the main home page of my website, which is listed below. If you scroll to the bottom, you can read my shipping policies, and there's a coupon code in there. So if you have 10 items or more, you can use that coupon code to get free shipping to the US or discounted shipping internationally. All right, well, thank you so much for just spending a little bit of time with me, reminiscing and looking over these vintage items. And maybe you'll enjoy shopping, or maybe you're ready for a trip to the thrift store to see what you can find. I need to do one of those again. It's been a while since I've kind of dug around in a thrift store for goodies, and I might get to that in the next couple weeks. We'll see. Summer break kind of makes getting to everything you want to do difficult when you've got small children. But I'm really happy to be able to spend time with them. I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I'll see all of you next time in another inspirational video.